Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson.
It's been very wet out there today. Here's the breakdown. Heavy rain possible for the rest of this evening through tonight through tomorrow morning. Our severe weather threat, it's conditional, but it's possible after midnight tonight through mid-morning tomorrow. That impact would be a low non-zero tornado risk, maybe an isolated damaging wind threat too. And we'll start to dry out as we get into tomorrow afternoon. We really want to dry out, right? There's a lot of rain going on right now here. So let's just go to a couple of Skycam sites. Let's go over to Louisville, Mississippi. You can see we have the low clouds. It is raining out there. Just dismal across our region, and a live view in downtown Tupelo. Wet weather on our camera lens. And in Columbus as well with our Alpha Insurance Camera Network. You guessed it, it is plenty wet across our region. So this is the big picture across our viewing area. We do have widespread rain, no cloud-to-ground lightning strikes here. That's certainly good news. There's a couple of football games out there. If you are running around, we don't really anticipate any thunderstorm activity for the most part this evening, but we do have the rainfall. And speaking of the rainfall, boy, it has been coming on down here. Some locations over the last 24 hours getting soaked down here in Noxubee County, over 3 inches being estimated. Winston County 2.5, and parts of Lowndes County over 2 inches. Now, it hasn't been raining as much back to the northwest, or at least not as heavily as across the southern and eastern areas, but still over an inch plus, and we still may see 1 to 3 inches or more in addition to what we've already had here before this event winds down as we go throughout the course of the night here. So that's what we're looking at right now. I do want to go down to Jackson and their radar site and show you what's going on across the southern part of Mississippi and Alabama. And we've got a whole host of tornado warnings now here in southwestern Alabama. And these have actually been producing confirmed tornadoes so far today. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tornado warnings currently in effect in southwestern Alabama. So it's pretty busy down there. Now, the question is, will we see any of that active weather in our area here as we go throughout the course of the night? So let's check out our threat index. And we've been mentioning this possibility for the last couple of days with an outside chance for a strong storm here with this event. And it still looks like that is a possibility, but it is conditional based on if we can get that unstable air to get this far north. It's struggling right now. We're still in the 60s, but in general, the threat's going to remain low as far as the tornado and wind threat. Flooding threat, we will keep that medium. We can still absorb a few more inches here, considering how dry it's been, but we could still see a couple of flooding issues here as we go throughout the course of the evening hours here and into tomorrow. So let's go ahead and talk about where we are headed. Let's talk about your Futurecast forecast. And for the rest of this evening, yes, it is going to be very wet. Now, notice the temperatures. We are in the 60s now. They will be rising as we go throughout the course of the night into the 70s. So as we warm into the 70s, that's where we could see the atmosphere become a little bit more unstable. And this is tomorrow morning about 6 o'clock. Futurecast picking up on some rain and storms around. This would be the chance where we could see some of that isolated severe weather potential if we're going to get it by midday. I think a lot of that, and that all of that is done, and we should start to dry out from west to east as we go throughout the course of the afternoon. Some low clouds and fog may linger as we get into our night on Saturday night. Tomorrow, low to mid 70s for highs. Let's check out your Futurecast 7-day forecast here. Let's go to our 7-day. Pop it on up here because you want to know what's happening for the next week or so. 74, or let's just say 70 Saturday, upper 60s on Sunday. Pretty nice Monday and Tuesday, low to mid 70s. More wet weather, maybe some stormier weather by Wednesday and Thursday before cooler weather returns on Friday.